Hi everyone, welcome back, and today is the 18th of June 2021 and today is a Friday. So I have some position that I wanted to take care and manage and roll the option position away. So on an option expiry day. So let's go and take a look at the market right now. So the market has just opened about 20 minutes ago. Let's look at what is the option that is going to expire today. So we will filter out one by one. So Apple is going to expire next Friday, 25th of June. So I will leave it alone. So I will just filter out the option that is going to expire today, which is the 18th of June. So I know which is the option. Kosa Gaming is one of them, 18th of June. And then I think it's NIO, and then NNDM. Let's see, PTON. Yes, PTON is going to expire today as well. And I probably have Unity and UAVS. Yeah, that's right. So these are the few stocks that I have option that is going to expire today. So let's take a look at the first one first from here, which is the Kosa Gaming. So my purchase price for Kosa Gaming is at $36.80. So I have a $35 call. So I sell it for 28 cents, and right now it's about 3 cents. So I make a gain because the stock is down. So do I have to do anything? I can probably leave this stock alone. So if Kosa Gaming were to go up from 32 to above 35, my option will get called out, which I think will be good. And I don't think that Kosa Gaming will go up by $2.50 today. That is about going to be a 7 to 8% move. So let's leave this stock alone and move on to the next one. The next one is NIO. So my average purchase price for 200 share of NIO is $51.50. So I sell the $50 call. In fact, this is a roll position. So right now NIO is about $47.80, and then the current price of this $50 call option is about 7 cents or 8 cents. So that is about $8 to close out this position. And for 2 contracts, that will be about $16 or so. So let's take a look at the NIO chart. So this is the current NIO price, and yesterday alone, NIO has made about a $4 move. So if today were to make another $4 move on the upside, then I may get call out from this NIO position, which is the $50 call option. It's not a bad thing actually to get call out. If you look at the price now, $47.50. If I were to get call at $50 call, that means I will stand to gain another $250 per 100 share. So I have 2 contracts here, so I stand to gain another $500. If you look at the account statement for NIO, in fact, this year alone, right now at this moment, I'm making about $450. If NIO were to get call out at $50, I will stand to gain another $500 because right now NIO is at $47.60. So I will gain another $500 from this. That would make it about $1,000. So it's not a bad thing to get call out. So what is my option now? My option now is I can leave the option alone, and then if I get call out, and next week I can decide what to do with it. And if next week the price is still below 50, that means the option will expire worthless, and I would decide to sell another option at a higher price, of course. Or I could close this out and start to sell an option that is higher than 50 call. And that is what I plan to do, because there's a chance that if there's some good news that go on later, and the stock may go above 50. Like I mentioned, that doesn't matter, but I still want to keep NIO. So let me take a look at what is the option that I have. If I were to close out the $50 call option, I will spend about $7 right now. And let me look at 2 weeks later. So on the 2nd of July, above 50 call, what is the alternative that I have? So if I were to go for let's say a 53 strike, then I can sell about 73 or 75 cents, thereabout, and then closing out the current trade, so I stand to gain about 60 plus cents for one contract, and have two contracts, then I will gain another $1 plus. I think I'm going to do that. So let's do the first rolling for NIO. And the reason is basically I'm still bullish on all these EV stock, so I wanted to keep NIO for a bit longer. And that is the reason I wanted to roll this position. Otherwise, I'll just wait for it to expire and decide what to do on the coming Monday. So right now the bid and ask is just 6 and 7 cents. So I have to take the ask at 7 cents and to close out. So I will spend about $14 plus commission or so. And I'll close out this position. So I'm done, and I'm going to sell the 2nd July option at about 53 strike. So let me try to go for the mid price of 2 contracts. I'll try to get it at 75 cents. And I can switch it to one bit lower, and then if I'm not done, I'll come back to it in a while. So let me come back to the NIO in a while time. And then the other stock that is going to expire today is NNDM. So my purchase price for NNDM is pretty high, and I only managed to sell a 7.5 call on NNDM at 26 cents, because NNDM in fact dropped a lot during the last 1 month. So my purchase price, if we can take a look at here, I purchased the stock at about March 20th of March at $12.50. Of course, if we look at the account statement, I probably have a loss on NNDM. I'm not sure. No, I still gain about $60 year to date if everything were to close out by today. So that's not pretty bad, considering that I purchased it on $12.50 and then it dropped all the way to below $8 now. So what is my option now for NIO? I can also close out this call option, but if I were to close out, then I will spend about 46 cents. And if I were to roll out to the next month, 16th of July, how much can I get from this roll? Okay, I can get about probably 50 cents, if you can see from here. And I think I'll do that. So I will keep NNDM for another month. Probably the reason I get in on NNDM is because of ARK Invest that heavily invested on NNDM during a period of time. I have not looked at the ARK Invest for quite some time, so let me take a look at their investment on NNDM right now. What do they have for NNDM? I think I start to notice this when ARK Invest suddenly invested a lot on this day, so I start to sell the put option, and in fact NNDM went up, so my put option expire worthless, and eventually I get a sign, but we can see the accumulation of ARK Invest has slowed down during this period, but they are still having quite a healthy position on NNDM. So, and that's what I'm going to do for NNDM. I'm not going to close out. Let's see. So I have to close out. I have two contracts. So I'm going to close out at 48 cents. And then coming back to NIO, I'm going to shift a bit down. Okay, so I am done for NIO today. So NNDM, I'm also done, closing out the current month 7.5 option. And then NIO, I'm also done on it. So now NIO, I've rolled this position into a 53 call that expires 2 weeks from now, about 2nd of July. So and this is a 53 call that's higher than my purchase price. So if NIO were to go rally up, I'll be very happy. So now we come back to NNDM. Since I have closed out the NNDM 7.5 call, so right now I am free on my 200 share. So let's go back to NNDM. Because NNDM is a monthly option, so I have to go for next month. And I close that out at 48 cents, so I want to sell higher. Otherwise, I don't want to close it out. So by selling a 7.5 call, which is actually slightly in the money, I get to fetch another, probably another $1. So closing out cost me about 48 cents. So I fetch another 50 cents or so per contract. So I will hold on to NNDM for another month and try to get another $50 per contract. So by next month, if NNDM is above 7.5, I'll be happy, and I most likely will see a slightly higher profit than the current position of 58. So I'm done for NNDM, and let's take a look at which are the other one that is going to expire today. So I have PTON that is going to expire. So my PTON call is 125, and PTON right now is at 109. So I can leave this option alone, and I don't think PTON is going to shoot up $15 from today. But this option is going to cost only about $2 to close. Okay, so I might as well just close out this position, so then I don't have to come back on Monday. So I'll close out PTON and sell the next one. So let's go to PTON. So I'll just close it out at 2 cents because this is just going to cost me $2. And then I'll look for a 2 weeks option later. And I'm going to, let's say the 125. Okay, I'm going to sell the 125 at about a mid price. And then I'll try to lower it in a while if I'm not get fill. And so the other one that is going to expire today is Unity and UAVS. So in fact, Unity is fine. Right now the price is about 103. So I have a 100 put. Let me lower the bid for PTON. Okay, so I'm done for PTON at the moment. So I've taken care of PTON rolling out to 125 call 2 weeks later. And then I have this Unity. In fact, I think I should be making a lot from Unity this year just by selling the put option. So I'm up about 1,400 for Unity. That's fine. So I can come back on Monday to try to do a trade on Unity, or I can close it out this position and then try to sell 2 weeks or a month. I think Unity is a monthly option. Let's confirm it. Yeah, so Unity is a monthly option. So if I were to sell the same 100 call, then I fetch about $3 plus. And to close out Unity today, that would cost me about $10. So I'll close out the put option. So I'm done for Unity, closing out at $10. And I'm going to sell the next month Unity because basically I'm still bullish on Unity. So I'll sell the same $100 put. So I'll try to get in at a mid price of 380. So I'm done for Unity, rolling out the Unity position into next month. So this is a monthly option, so I don't have to care about Unity for the next 1 month. And the last one that I have is UAVS. This is a drone company. And my purchase price is actually at $11.57, and I sell a $5 call because the stock have dropped too much. So my purchase price was 11 plus, probably around this period I purchased it, and the price number at one stage each was below 5, so I have to sell a $5 call. And let's take a look at the account statement. I probably lose money on this stock. Yes, so I lose about $240 year to date for UAVS. And what is my option here? If I were to close out this at $5, I have to close it out at 15 cents. No, this is a call option, so I have to close it out at 25 cents. And if I were to roll it to next month, so that will probably fetch me about 95 cents closing out. So I'll gain another 70 cents. Okay, I think because this is a very small position on UAVS, I only have 100 share, and at this stage that it dropped to about $5, so that is only worth about $500. But on the good side is that even though the stock has dropped from my purchase price of 11.57 cents, it dropped 50%, and my year to date for UAVS, I'm only losing about $240 because all this while I'm selling put option and call option. So I think that is pretty good. If I've not done anything, then I would have lost 50% on this stock alone. So what I'm going to do for UAVS is I'm going to close it out at 25 cents. And then I'm going to sell this next month option for 95 cents. So in this process, I gain 70 cents. So if I gain 70 cents and UAVS continue to trade above 5, then my loss for UAVS will be lesser than $200 by next month. Of course, if UAVS were to continue to drop, I have to take the risk. There is a risk of any covered call position. I'm not done, so I need to switch it to 90 cents. So okay, so I've taken care of all the option that is going to expire today. So I won't be doing any video on Monday because all the option that expire today, I've rolled it out or do some adjustment to it unless there's new trade. If not, I probably won't be watching the market on Monday. So UAVS is done, and the next one I want to do some minor adjustment is on the NVIDIA. Okay, so basically this is what I done today. So I basically roll my UAVS position to next month, and then PTON I roll it to 2 weeks later, NNDM I roll it to next month because these are monthly option, and then NIO I roll it to a higher strike. For credit, I roll it for credit at a higher strike. So that is a good thing. And Unity, I continue my put position at 100 put. And yeah, so coming back to NVIDIA. So let's take a look at my position on NVIDIA. So NVIDIA has a pretty good run. So right now NVIDIA is definitely at all-time high. So it's at about 767. That is the all-time high. So moving forward, I don't know whether will it go up or down. I have a stop loss order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my stop loss for NVIDIA. The high was 771. So I think I will just do a $30 trailing. So what I'm going to do is 740 at the stop. So my stop price is 740. I will just put it at 738, and then I'll limit it to 720. So what I'm doing here is that if the NVIDIA were to drop from the current price to 738, then you'll trigger the stop loss and I will just be out of the market. And that's what I've done for NVIDIA. And right now NVIDIA, have a open profit of 2,000. Of course, I will close this out, but nobody really know what the future is going to be, and who knows, NVIDIA may shoot up to 800 or 900 without touching my stop, and then I'm going to continue to trail until eventually it hit my stop level. Then I will be out of NVIDIA. And NVIDIA at $800 I think is pretty much for my account size. So once I get rid of NVIDIA, I will just do something else on it. So you can see from here, NVIDIA I purchased at $550, and right now NVIDIA is at $760. So just on a 10 share, I have a $2,000 profit on NVIDIA. So these are the trade that I've done today, and that's all for me for today. And I know today's video is a bit long. Thank you for staying, and I will see you on my next trade update. I don't know when is that, maybe on the 25th or 28th, because that is the time when the option expire. and I'll be doing some action on that. Other than that, unless I have new position to open, so most likely I'll leave all the position intact. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video. If you like the video, please subscribe and share.